Hey guys, and welcome to my review of the film Little Trouble Girls. Directed by Urška Djukić, which is her directorial debut, Little Trouble Girls explores the life of 16-year-old Lucija as she explores her sexuality amongst religious orthodoxy. Little Trouble Girls has been selected as Slovenia's official submission for Best International Feature Film at the 98th Academy Awards. It has also picked up awards at the Berlin and Tribeca Film Festival. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the film, as well as point out 5 interesting things about it. I will also look at how well it will do in the Oscar race. So let's roll and review that film. If you're new to my channel, my name is Paul, and I review the best of world cinema, and I follow the race for Best International Feature Film Academy Award, from countries selecting their submission to the final winner. Little Trouble Girls is a coming-of-age film like no other, and it is based around the feelings of the Sonic Youth song of the same name. The main character, Lucija, is a 16-year-old teenage girl who's very shy and an introvert, but has a huge passion for choral singing. She joins the local girl choir as part of a Catholic school, and she develops this girl crush on a friend, Anna Maria. The girls practice amongst the nuns and the religious institution, but under the surface, they are in fact rebellious teenagers in their own little way. On a retreat in the countryside, Lucija decides to explore her sexuality, despite being in an environment that is religiously conservative. But this challenge of exploration goes far beyond Anna Maria, as she takes in the sights and sounds and smells of different people around her, and she decides internally who she's attracted to.
Najkrpemo skupaj.
Anna Maria Dragač.
Lucija.
Zbor je skupna formacija in če bo vsaka delala nekaj po svoje, bo se razpadala.
A si že kdaj videla moškega golega?
Ne.
So here are 5 things about Troubled Little Girls which makes it a great film. Number 1 is the way it portrays sensuality. This is an extremely sensual film that never resorts to sexualization or eroticism. The whole purpose of the film feels like it's exploring her internal feelings, whether it's through sight, sound and smells, and how that goes in conflict with the external religious orthodoxy she's found herself in. It never goes down this very sexualized route. It is much more about what she experiences through observing, whether it's individual humans or whether it's sights that reminds her of bodies and sex. It's much more about her eternal experience rather than sexualization. Number 2 is its unique portrayal of queer stories. You often get in LGBT plus cinema your typical coming out story, or there's some form of trauma related to their sexuality or gender identity. However, this film reverts away from it when it could have easily gone down that well-trodden path. The film doesn't define what her sexuality is. Yes, she has crushes on her peers, but she also looks fondly at naked bodies of men, such as the construction workers. She hasn't decided internally who or what she's attracted to, but the point is we're experiencing her coming of age in terms of her sexual feelings and what she may find attractive. Little Trouble Girls is not concerned with defining who Lucija is. Instead, it's about giving us as the viewer the experience of what Lucija is feeling as someone whose sexuality is developing and has yet to be defined. And number 3 is it's a unique coming of age story. Much like queer stories, it doesn't follow the traditional path of a coming of age story. There is not some big drama between the institutions and youthful rebellion, and there's not this lesson learned and they become a better person. This is quite unique in the sense that all these trappings could exist in this film, but it chooses not to go down that path. For example, there is no evil religious institutions taking on her sexual freedom. It's not phrased like that. We understand that the religious institutions that she is operating in are oppressive, but we don't necessarily see that conflict fully turned up. Instead, we are just seeing the slight impact it has on her, and sometimes it doesn't have on her. And there is not this rebelliousness within the film, which makes it quite unique. In addition to this, it avoids the mean girls trope where there's a bunch of girls who are really popular versus the unpopular. It doesn't go down that pathway. Yes, it explores peer pressure and there are more popular children than unpopular children, but it doesn't provide that dichotomy between the two groups. There's elements where she's popular, there's elements when she's not, there's reaction when she acts on her feelings towards a peer, for example. Those sort of things exist, but it doesn't fall down that cliche trap of Mean Girls style group of girls. Number 4 is the cinematography. Now, this won Best Cinematography at the Tribeca Film Festival, and I think it's the sort of film that deserves that title. The scenes it captures are often extremely beautiful. So you have the luscious countryside of Slovenia, which is beautiful if you've never been there. You have like the olden religious buildings, which really give that character element, and it's shot really well. And I think, as I've said previously, this is a central film, and the cinematography is the key to this. So if you're wanting to watch a film with really great cinematography, then this is the film for you. And my point 5 is its comparison with Celine Sciamma. Now, I'm a big Celine Sciamma fanboy, and this really does feel like it's come from that school of thought, but yet has its own identity. It focuses on young females, which you'll find in Celine Sciamma's films, such as From Girlhood to Tomboy to Water Lilies. It also signs up to the idea of a female gaze manifesto. It's really shot through that point of view. It never tries to titillate the audience. It's about portraying how she's feeling, and I have a feeling you can make comparisons with, say, Portrait of a Lady on Fire in that respect. And while it's not quite as good as some of Celine Sciamma's films, which is not necessarily a negative thing because Sciamma's God level tier and that's quite a high bar to reach, I do think it is a really interesting and engaging film that provides a taste of Celine Sciamma, but also provides its own Slovenian stamp on it to provide its own identity. I would therefore give Little Trouble Girls 4 stars. Little Trouble Girls is Slovenia's official submission for the 98th Academy Award for Best International Feature Film. And for me, I have seen 7 of the submissions so far, and I would rank it as my number 1, but I've got plenty more to see. Slovenia have submitted 29 submissions for the Oscar race and have yet to make the shortlist, get a nomination, or have won the award. However, I do think from all the Slovenian films I have seen, this is the most likely to do well in the Oscar race. It probably won't win, it's unlikely to get a nomination, but for me, this is the sort of film that can creep into the final 15 shortlist. If it gets the right word of mouth momentum or runs a really decent Oscar campaign, I feel this could be Slovenia's first step on the Oscar race ladder. Have you seen Little Trouble Girls? If you have, put in the comments below what you thought, and do you think it will do well in the Oscar race? If you like my video, please do subscribe to Global Film Pool for more news and reviews of the Best International Feature Film Oscar race. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.